Hey, what's going on? I have a GT 6000 Craftsman, and the parking brake handle had broken off. This is the replacement handle, but essentially the plastic kind of right there had snapped on both sides, so there was no way for the handle to be clipped onto this rod anymore. And this rod is this guy right here. And I'm trying to figure out how to easily get that handle clipped back on the top of that rod there. And the first thing I did was just remove the battery and 2 bolts, one right here and one right here, and I'm just pulling this tray out. And now I'm trying to figure out exactly how the handle goes on to the end of that rod and how the clip is supposed to, if the rod runs up the middle here and this clip goes into and through these 2 holes. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. I wasn't able to really find anything useful online video wise or anywhere else, so I figured I would just make this video, and then I'll be back once I figure this out and share how this connects to the rod. Okay, so I think I may have this figured out with this just sticking straight out like this, like it's supposed to. This right at the top there, it actually goes in far enough that that rod actually just can go in like that, and it will stay there. But of course, this handle piece needs to be on the inside, and then I believe the clip would just go through this hole, which essentially just prevents the handle from, I guess, when you raise it, from coming out of this hole. And I'm gonna try that, and if that's what the deal is, then I'll share that. But I'm hoping that that's what it is, just right into that hole there once I get this on the inside, and then I just put the clip through this area right here at the bottom, and then it's going to hold. So the first thing I want to show here is with this replacement, it obviously kind of goes in this way and slides into this area here, and then it turns, and then it sits like this with that parking symbol up, and then that's when it slides up and down. Okay, so I believe that's correct. I got the handle on the inside. I put the top of the rod into that place that I was talking about before at the, kind of the top of the handle there. Let me see if I can actually get that. So you can see that right up top there. The rod just pushes into there. But then, sorry about that. But then what I noticed was there is that hole that you can see in the rod there. So that pin is actually going to go through those 2 areas on the handle, and then through that hole in the rod, and then that's what's going to hold it all in place. So I'm going to see if I can get the clip in right now. Okay, so I stopped right here just because I want to be able to show this. So you can see the rod push into that top indented area, there on the plastic handle piece. And then I have the pin. Now, that rod is kind of upright, vertical along, that plastic handle. And you can see the pin I have through that hole in the rod. And I'm just going to go ahead and push that pin the rest of the way through. And that should basically be a done deal. And then I'm going to test her out. So I battled with this thing for a little bit because I wasn't sure exactly how. This clip just didn't seem it. With most clips like this, you expect to have them kind of click and not be able to be pulled out or anything so easily. But this one, it reached its end. It can't go anymore this way. So I essentially, after messing with it, just was trying to twist it up and it twists up like that right there, but I don't know if that's how it's supposed to stay. I'm gonna go ahead and give that a try. I'm gonna mow, and I'm gonna look at this and see if it's come down like this at all, because if it does, it just can very easily start to come out, and that doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm gonna leave that like that for now. But as you can see, the parking brake does work. If I push that down and lift up on here, and that stayed in place. And then it comes off. So the parking brake is working as expected, right like that, so I'm going to leave it for now. So I just got done mowing, and even with the vibration and have a relatively hilly and bumpy yard, that pin seems to have stayed in place, so I'm just going to leave it like that. I don't know if that's 100% exactly how it's supposed to be. Seems like it doesn't clip in properly to me, but since it stayed, I'm leaving it. Later.